Hello everybody, Shift Your Mindset here with a new episode. Court cases still going on, back and forth in Spain. And one dude who always pops up with writing articles for Watchtower. And who that is? Stay tuned. Because in Spain, the religious institution goes deep. And Watchtower goes deep into their own pockets, euros, to intimidate survivors into silence. And it's not about their reputation, of course, as they present it. No, it goes always about tax exemption and public legitimacy. But it goes a little bit back and forth. The group, 200-300 survivors of Jehovah's Witnesses, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, have a group. And that group is called Asociación Española de Víctimas de los Testigos de Jehová, AAVTJ. And victims of Jehovah's Witnesses. And the branch of Jehovah's Witnesses sued them for defamation. But the court threw out the case later. Why? Because the court heard finally 70 former witnesses in tears, of course, recounting the shunning policies, the family breakdowns, the blood transfusion topic, the emotional trauma they had from being a Jehovah's Witnesses. Even family members of some people in that organization of ex-JWs lost their relatives to committing suicide after being a Jehovah's Witness. They couldn't cope anymore with the pressure, the depression and everything. They took their own lives because of growing up in Jehovah's Witness religion. And so they go a little back and forth. And the latest thing is the Ministry of Justice is involved. A review of the local status of Jehovah's Witnesses in Spain. That group is advocating for stricter regulations and that the organization is identified as a cult. Watchtower won a case, then it was overthrown. The other side, the ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, won the case. There are still some trials pending, but besides that, it's always for me what's always popping up lately. That is a guy who is writing for Bitter Winter. He is even mentioned with a photograph on jw.org. And he is always defending religious minorities. And that guy is Massimo Introvigne. Maybe you heard of that name, but for me it's the same as Johannes Grieber, that medium kind of guy who was translating the Bible. Later on they took some distance from him, from Johannes Grieber, but they are not taking any distance from this guy. The strange thing is what he does. He writes about Scientology. He is defending them. He is defending the Church of Satan. In Salem, he had a meeting with them. You can see him on this picture, on this thumbnail. You see him with those guys. He was at a vampire convention. He is the director or the founder of Cessna. All questionable guys who are defending Scientology, Jehovah's Witnesses, etc. And he covers also in the latest article, a few days ago, he covers the whole thing in Spain with the court case. And he's a long time apologist for the Jehovah's Witness, for Watchtower. He said that the court decisions were framed as if it's a game for him, because he's not directly involved in this. He is not a Jehovah's Witness, he is no member of it, so I don't know what his role is and why they are hiring him to write articles about him, because I don't think he's defending Watchtower for free, because Watchtower also doesn't do anything for free. So he's mocking the survivors a little bit, and he dismisses that court victory that ex-Jehovah's Witness group had, and the higher court has to fix it. But this guy is a strange guy, because everywhere he pops up, even on jw.org. If you put in his name, Massimo Introvigne, you get the result, because he defended Watchtower. I know in the Netherlands, with the cases of abuse that were brought to the attention of the government, he was also a lawyer for Watchtower. He was also defending them. He's defending Scientology, what I said. He's defending even the Church of Satan. So he has no, he's just a mercenary. The highest payer is king, I believe. I don't know what his story is, but it's a strange guy. Bitterwinter.org is the website, and there he writes the articles where he always defends Jehovah's Witnesses. And he doesn't agree with the Spanish court that they called the Jehovah's Witnesses a cult. One of the judges ruled against Jehovah's Witnesses, and he found it, he says that's an insult, and he's defending Watchtower with all he got. And he says perhaps the Court of Cassation may put things in order, so he's downgrading everybody else. So I don't know what this story is, but every time when the Jehovah's Witnesses are having bad publicity, he is somehow connected with them and jumps in and is defending them through his articles on those websites. And I don't know if Watchtower they must have ties with him, otherwise you are not on the jw.org website. But they quoting him, apparently they using him or let him just do his thing, but it's not a good reflection on your religion, I think, because it's a questionable reputation, and that's mildly said, very mildly. So you don't want to be a part of the world, you don't want to hang out with people who are labeled as apostates, but he is also an apostate, because the way he defends Jehovah's Witnesses, he also defends the Church of Satan. He had a good meeting there, etc. So how is your mind working as the governing body? Where is your moral compass? That, okay, he defends me, but on the other hand, he defends Scientology. That's not the true religion. He defends Islamic religions. That's not a true religion. That's not the truth. So he defends all minorities as he pleases. But why are you give him airtime on behalf of the Jehovah's Witnesses? He's a long time Jehovah's Witness apologist. Very defensive. If you call him out that he's defending the Jehovah's Witnesses, but also you show him that picture of him with the clothes on in the Church of Satan, he blocks you. Don't ask me how I know, but I know. He blocks you because he doesn't go into a conversation with you for sure, but he doesn't like it that he's been tied to other things and if you call him out. But my main worry is, why does the Watchtower doesn't call him out or end this relationship they have? Why do you still have him on your website? Why is he still in some way connected to you? And if people go back, they come in the end on the Watchtower website with his name. But I think he's not a good representation of your company or your religion. I don't know how they call it these days. But if you have 100% trust in Jehovah, you don't need a worldly person with double standards, with low moral standards to defend you in court or write articles about you. You don't need that, because your faith alone should be enough. So just remember, guys, if there's something going on somewhere in the world with bad publicity for the Jehovah's Witness religion, then so now and then Massimo Introvigne pops up. And you have to Google that guy for what he's doing. You don't have to take my word for it. Just do your own research on that name. It brings you to jw.org, but it also brings you to other very shady things where he is mixed up in. So that's it. Court cases in Spain still ongoing. Watchtower is in need for deep pockets. I think they are suing now more pockets in that suit, that all that money they can bring to the table when they have to go to court. Every country now, a lot of countries in Europe are also busy. United States is busy, Czech is busy, Norway isn't over yet. So they are getting attacked on multiple fronts, so that you need deep pockets for that, to maintain your position, to settle cases. But for me it was curious that in this case now in Spain, 2-3 days ago, a new article popped up about defending the Jehovah's Witnesses by someone who has a very questionable reputation. So check it out for yourself, do your own research, start your critical thinking. Don't believe me, just look at the facts in front of you and make up your own mind. And that's the start of the journey to a free mind. Thank you guys for watching. We see each other on the next episode.